it going to be bird? Is it going to be bird? The verse on the board is going to be, somebody's going to, why? This one. So they should put it on. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Jaya Yasodhanandana Jaya Braja Jana Ranjana Jaya Braja Jana Ranjana Jaya Yasodhanandana Jaya Braja Jana Ranjana Jaya Braja Jana Ranjana Jaya Jaya Yamuna Chirabanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Yamuna Chirabanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Balaba Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Jaya Gopi Jana Balaba Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Yasodhanandana Jaya Braja Janaranjana Jaya Braja Janaranjana Jaya Yamuna Chiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Yamuna Chiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Go Hari Bo Hari Bo Hari Bo Nitai Go Hari Bo Jaya Vishnupa Paramahansa Parivraj Kacharya Sutta Sutta Sishima Hesi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jaya Vishnupa Paramahansa Parivraj Kacharya Sutta Sutta Sishima Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki ISKCON Founder Srila Prabhupada Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Grantha Rashmi Bhagavatam Ki Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Nitai Gopimanandi. All glory to the Sun devotees. All glory to the Sun devotees. All glories to the same devotees. All glories to the lotus feet of Sri Sri Guru Gauranga. Hare Krishna. Narayana Namaskritya Narayachaiva Narottama Devyam Sarasatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nastapaye Swabhadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamas Loke Bhakti Bhavati Nastiki Vede Ramani Chaiva Purane Bharate Tata Hado Adyan Chamadi Chahari Savata Giyate Mokam Karatiba Chana Pangu Langate Gri Yakipata Vande Sri Guru Dinatarine Paramanada Madhava Dhamma Pajita Kadavota Paramoni Masram Satan Vedan Vastavam Atavastu Shvadan Tapataja Mulana Sima Bhagavate Mahamani Kitipi Vaipara Ishwara Sadyoridi Havaruri Trakitipita Kishanan Nigama Kapatali Galitan Phalam Sukamukan Rasamitan Pivatam Bhagavatam Rashamalaya Mahura Rasika Bhavuka Yasavaya Swamanayam Krishna Parama Puruse Bhakti Utupade Punsaso Kamoha Bhayapaha Hatoyam Brahmasutranam Bharatata Varinaya Kayati Vasharuposho Vidata Paribrimita Sabiditya Shanam Saram Saram Paribrimita Sababidatan Saram Mishi Bhaktam Vishwati Tarasamita Syati Ptashana Yatya Sarati Kwati Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vistaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Sasri Devi Gauravani Pacharini Nivesisa Srinivadi Pushtali Visatari Krishna Ya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandana Yacha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Nama Vasudeva Sutan Devan Kansa Chanuramadana Devaki Paramananda Krishna Vande Jaga Guru Panchaka Patrabhyascha Kripasindhi Vivcha Paritana Pavana Vivashna Namo Nama Namo Na Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Thank you for the Mahamantra.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So I thank everyone for being here this morning for the Srimad Bhagavatam here at ISKCON, Bangalore. I'm also happy to be here. So we continue the prayer of Prithvi Maharaj, the prayer which is offering to the Lord Vishnu, Bhagavan Sri Vishnu. He had appeared within the sacrifice of Prithvi Maharaj, and the Lord was so pleased with Prithvi Maharaj that he asked him to ask for any boon, to ask for any benediction, to ask for anything that he may want. After all, the Lord is the fulfiller of all desires. He fulfills all desires for everyone. So therefore, his devotees, they can pray for anything and everything that they may desire. But as you're going to learn from this verse, devotees do not want any material boon or the personal liberation. They simply want bhakti. That's all. So now, let's read this verse, text 24. This is Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, chapter 20, text number 24. Na kamaye na tatadyapi ayang kwachin Nayata Yusma Charanam Bujasaya. Mahatamantaridaya Mukhajuto. Vidaswam Kanayutam Isame Varaha. Nakamayena Tatadyapi Aham Kwachin. Nayata Yusman Charanam Bujasabaha. Mahatamantaridaya Mukhajuto. Vidasva Kanayutam Visame Varaha. Kamayena Tatadyapi Aham Kwachin. Nayata Yusman Charanam Bujasabaha. Atamantaridaya Mukhajuto. Vidasva Kanayutam Visame Varaha. Content? Matamantaridayam Kachito. Vidasa Kanayatam Isame Varaha. Nayata Yusma Charanam Mahatamantaridayam Mukhajuto. Vidasya Kanayatam. Na, not Kamaye, do I desire, Nata, O Master, that, Api, even, Aham, I, Kwachit, at any time, Na, not, Yatra, where, you smart, you, Charanambuja, of the lotus feet, Ashabaha, the nectarian beverage, Mahatama, of the great devotees, Antaridayat, from the core of their heart, Mukha, from the mouth, Chuta, being delivered, Vidatsva, give, Karna, ear, Ayutan, 1 million, Esa, this, me, my, Varaha, benediction. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace is Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki. My dear Lord, I therefore do not wish to have the benediction of merging into your existence, a benediction in which there is no existence of the nectarian beverage of your lotus feet. I want the benediction of at least 1 million years, for thus I may be able to hear about the glories of your lotus feet from the mouth of your pure devotees. Purport. In the previous verse, Maharaj Prithu addressed the Lord as Kalvayapati, the master of the liberation of merging into his existence. This does not mean that he was anxious for Calvary liberation. That is made clear in this verse. My dear Lord, I do not want such a benediction. Maharaj Prithu wanted to have 1,000,000 ears to hear the glories of the lotus feet of the Lord. He specifically mentioned that the glories of the Lord should emanate from the mouth of pure devotees who speak from the cause of their hearts. It is stated in the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukam Okam Amrita Dravas Samyutan. The nectar of Srimad Bhagavatam became more relishable because it emanated from the mouth of Srila Sukadeva Goswami. One might think that these glories of the Lord can be heard from anywhere, from the mouths of either devotees or non-devotees. But here, it is specifically mentioned that the glories of the Lord must emanate from the mouths of pure devotees. Sri Sanatana Goswami has strictly prohibited hearing from the mouth of non-devotee. There are many professional reciters of Srimad Bhagavatam who speak the narrations very ornamentally. But a pure devotee does not like to hear from them because such glorification of the Lord is simply a vibration of material sound. But when heard from the mouth of a pure devotee, glorification of the Lord is immediately effective. The word Satan Prashanga Mamaviya Sambido mean that glorification of the Lord is potent when uttered from the mouth of a pure devotee. The Lord has innumerable devotees all over the universe, and they have been glorifying the Lord since time immemorial and for an unlimited time. But still, they cannot completely finish enumerating the glories of the Lord. Prithu Maharaj therefore wanted innumerable ears, as Rupa Goswami also desired to have millions of ears and millions of tongues to chant and hear the glorification of the Lord. In other words, if our ears are always engaged in hearing the glorification of the Lord, there will be no scope for hearing the Mayavada philosophy, which is doomed to spiritual progress. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that if anyone hears from Mayavadi philosopher preaching about the activities of the Lord, even if it's a description from the Vedic literature, he is ultimately doomed. By hearing such Mayavad philosophy, one cannot come to the destination of spiritual perfection of life. So a lot of wonderful instructions are given in this purport of Bhagavatam. Just to read the text again. Na kamaye na tatadyapiyatam kwachin na yata yusma taranam bhuja sabaha mahatamanta hridayam mukachito vidatswa kanayitum esame baraha. My dear Lord, I therefore do not wish to have the benediction of merging into your existence, a benediction in which there is no existence of the nectarian beverage of your lotus feet. I want the benediction of at least 1,000,000 years, for thus I may be able to hear about the glories of your lotus feet from the mouth of your pure devotees. So in the beginning, in the previous verse, the Lord has been addressed as Kavayapati, the Lord who gives the impersonal liberation, the liberation of merging into the personal effulgence of the Lord, Kavaya. So, Prithvi Maharaj, he said, I don't want those things. What do you want? The Lord asked. So Prithvi Maharaj replied, I simply want 1 million ears so that I can be able to hear the glories of your name, of your activities. And specifically, I want to hear from the mouth of your pure devotees. Because when one hears the glories of the Lord's activity, the Lord's name, from the mouth of pure devotee, it becomes very, very sweet. Become very, very sweet. Just like in the third verse of the Bhagavatam, first canto, chapter 1, he said, Negama kapatalu galitam faram, sukam mukan dranitam, pibata samhitam, pibatam, bhagavatam rasamalaya, muhura urasika bhuvi babuka. So that this Bhagavatam, it becomes very, very sweet because it emanated from the mouth of Sukadeva Goswami. So therefore, the great devotees, they have a great relishment when they hear this Bhagavatam. And why is it that Sukadeva Goswami, why has it become very tasty? Because it's coming from the mouth of Sukadeva Goswami. Because Sukadeva Goswami was a pure devotee of Krishna. He was a pure devotee of Krishna. He has no other no hankering, no desire for anything. He has only Krishna Rati. Very, very much attracted to Krishna. He has no other desire. Like one time when Vyasadeva, when he was looking for Sukadeva Goswami, and he was passing through some forest, and as he was passing, there were some girls who were bathing. They were bathing in a river. So when they saw Vyasadeva coming, they covered themselves. They immediately covered themselves when they saw Vyasadeva coming. But the same ladies, when they saw Sukadeva Goswami coming, they did not cover themselves. Because they know that Sukadeva Goswami, he had no attraction whatsoever for anything of this material world. No attraction. To him, man, woman, he does not see any difference. He only sees the soul, Atma. He doesn't see the difference between men and women. He simply sees everyone, he sees the Atma, and he sees everyone as part of God, part of Krishna, and as everyone engaging in the service of Krishna. So the ladies, they did not cover themselves because Sukadeva Goswami was Atma Ram. He was a self-realized person. But at the same time, by his father, even though Vyasadeva was a great person, after all, he compiled the Vedas, Puranas, and everything. And he wasn't the ordinary person, was also an incarnation of the Lord. But Vyasadeva was a Grihastha. He was married. So being a Grihastha means you have to make a distinction between male and female. You have to make a distinction. So because of that, the ladies, they cover themselves. But Sukadeva Goswami, they did not cover themselves because Sukadeva Goswami was not make any distinction between male and female. He does not see the material body. You only see the soul. So, Sukadeva Goswami, so he said that Sukha Mukad, which means from his mouth, this Bhagavatam is being recited. And because this Bhagavatam is being recited, it becomes very, very tasty, very, very juicy. So the great devotees, so the great devotees, they relish. The great devotees who are accustomed to relish the nectarian pastimes of the Lord, who have no other hankering for any other relishment in this material world, so they relish hearing this nectarian kata coming from Sukadeva Goswami. And by hearing it, then the more one hear it, the more one become very, very much absorbed in one's relationship with Krishna. So Srila Prabhupada is specifically mentioning in this purport here that if one wants to hear Bhagavatam, one should be very, very careful from where one hears it. One should be very, very careful from where you hear from. Even though the same text may be there, but if you hear it from non-devotees, it will be counterproductive. You will not get anything out of it. You may even become poisoned if you hear Bhagavatam from non-devotees. So therefore, it's instructed to us that one must hear from the mouth of pure devotees only. And also, there is the prohibition of hearing from Mayavadi. Prohibition that it said that Mayavadi Bhasha Sunile Oi Sabanas. Mahaprabhu said Mayavadi Bhasha Sunile Oi Sabadas, that yes, the Vyasadeva, he has compiled so many Vedic scriptures, and he especially compiled the Vedanta Sutra. He compiled it, but Mahaprabhu said that, but if you hear this compilation of Vyasadeva from a Mayavadi, then everything is spoiled. All is Savanas, because Mayavadi, they simply want to deny the existence of the Lord. They said the Lord has no form. And if the Lord comes to this material world, if he makes his incarnation, his form is not transcendental. It takes Maya form. It takes Maya form, and Maya is subject to, the birth, death, old age, and disease. So, which means it's temporary form, it's not eternal form. So the Mayavadis do not believe in the eternal form of the Lord. They don't believe that. And they will give you so many interpretations of the Vedas. They give you many interpretations. So hearing from Mayavadis, everything is spoiled because you become polluted. One time in Puri, there was one devotee, there was one person who was, I think he was a brother of Bhagavan Acharya. Bhagavan Acharya was a very intimate associate of Chaitanya Prabhu, one of the great devotees. But he has got a brother who came to Puri to visit Bhagavan Acharya and to ultimately see devotees. So this person was a great scholar. So a great scholar, so he mentioned to Bhagavan Acharya that he had composed some verses in glorification of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that he has composed some verses. And he showed this verse to Bhagavan Acharya, that this is what I've composed, and I want to hear this, I want to recite this verse to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So normally, many devotees will go to Puri, and then they will make so many prayers to Mahaprabhu. But before anybody could, coming from Mahaprabhu to recite anything, to make any offering, first must be checked first by Saru Damodara. Saru Damodara must check whatever is written, because the Lord will not tolerate rasabas. The Lord will not tolerate anything that is contrary to pure devotional service to Krishna or to the personal body of Krishna. So Mahaprabhu will not tolerate it. So therefore, Saru Damodara will examine everything that is written before it can be presented before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when Bhagavanacharya and all the Vaishnavas, they read this composition of this Pandit, they all say, oh, this is good, this is very nice, this is very, very nice composition. So therefore, let us ask Saru Damodara to allow this person to present his composition before Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So they approach Saru Damodara with this person and his composition, but Saru Damodara said no. He said, no, I cannot allow him to present himself before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I cannot allow him. So the devotee asked, why? What is the reason he had made such a beautiful composition? This is very nice, and we all very, very happy to hear this composition. But Saru Damodara, he said, no, this will not be allowed. Then Saru Damodara asked this person to recite what he had composed. He asked him to recite what he has composed, and then this person started saying, he's making a prayer that, in here in Puri, the Jagana is a form, Daru Brahma, and the soul of that form has come to Puri. The soul of the form is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so therefore both of them are present here in Jagannath Puri. Both of them are present. The soul of the form and the form itself, Daru Brahma, they are here. So both of them are here together. So when Saru Damodara heard this, he became so furious. He became so angry. He said, what nonsense have you written? You have completely become devoid of intelligence. You've compared Jagannath to be just wooden form that has no life. And then you've described Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the soul of that form, which is basically Mayavad. Jagannath form is Sachin Ananda. His form is eternal, full of bliss and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself, is not impersonal. So Saru Damodara basically condemned the writing of this Brahmana. He condemned his writing. That now, you don't know how to compose devotional poetry. You don't know how to compose devotional poetry. Ja Bhagavata Pada Vaishnavarastane Ekanta Sayakoro Chaitanya Charane. That if you want to make a composition about the Lord, then you have to approach the devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who have taken shelter of the Lord. So therefore, and this person, of course, after they heard from Saru Damodara, so he basically became ashamed of himself that, I have made this blunder, comparing Jagannath to be just ordinary wood, and then taking Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to be just an impersonal form who has come to enter the body of Jagannath. So therefore, it's very, very counterproductive if we have to hear from the non-devotees and also especially from the Mayavadis, because the Mayavadis, they only want to disprove the personal form of the Lord. They said the Lord has no form, it's impersonal. And it's that impersonal form that the Mayavadis, they want to merge with. So, Pirita Maharaj is praying here that I do not want such a thing. I simply want to have millions and millions of mouths so that I can describe your characteristics, I can describe your glories. Why did the devotees desire to have millions and billions of mouths to be able to chant the Lord's name? Why they want millions and millions of ears? Why is that? Because the Lord has got such a sublime characteristic, very beautiful form, His lila, everything is so wonderful that devotee just by having one mouth is not enough. It's not enough just to hear about the Lord, to chant the Lord's name, to have one mouth, to have 2 ears. It's not enough. So devotees desire to have millions and millions of mouths, millions and millions of ears to hear about the Lord. So Srila Rupa Goswami, he had made a composition in his writing, Vidagdha Madhava, one of the very beautiful dramatic writings of Rupa Goswami, Vidagdha Madhava. So in the beginning of this drama, so Srila Rupa Goswami wrote, Tunde tadam veniratim vitano te tundabali labdaye kana koda kadam vini katayate kama bodhe vyasprihan cheta prangana sangini vijayate sabendriyanam kritim nojano janita kayadvi amita krishneti vanadaye. So Rupa Goswami said, I do not know what nectar the 2 syllables Krishna have produced. He said, I do not know what nectar the 2 syllables Krishna have produced. When the holy name of Krishna is chanted, it appears to dance within the mouth. We then desire many, many mouths. Because Krishna's name is so nectarian, full of nectar. Full of nectar. So when the name is chanted, it's like we want many, many mouths, so juicy, we want many, many mouths to chant it. One mouth is not enough. One mouth is not enough to chant Krishna's name. Now, this is based on attraction, Krishna Rati. Somebody who has got the Krishna Rati attracted to Krishna and is able to release Krishna's form, Krishna's name. So therefore he became very jubilant. He cannot control himself when chanting Krishna's name. So therefore he wants to have millions and millions of mouths to chant Krishna's name. We then desire many, many mouths. When that name enters the holes of the ears, we desire many millions of ears. When the name enters your holes of your ears. So we desire many millions of ears. And when the holy name dances in the courtyard of the heart, it conquers the activities of the mind, and therefore all the senses become inert. This composition is such a wonderful composition made by Rupa Goswami in his writing of Vidagdha Madhava. And this composition was recited before Chaitanya Prabhu and his associate in Puri. Mahaprabhu was there along with Ramananda Roy Saru Damodara, and many devotees. So at that time, Rupa Goswami had visited Puri to be with Mahaprabhu. So he was composing this drama. Actually, he was composing two dramas. One is Vidagdha Madhava, and the other one is Lalita Madhava. And these two dramas, they describe Krishna's activities. One is the activities of Vrindavan, and one is the activities of Dwarka. So this Vidagdha Madhava was... So the Lord wanted to hear the introduction to the drama. He wanted to hear the introduction. So Rupa Goswami, he recited this verse. He recited this verse, Tunde Tadabene, Ratim, Pitanu Te, Tundabali Labdaye. So Ramananda Rai said, oh Rupa, what a mine, a great treasure you have dig out. It's like when you go to the mine and then you are digging the mine field, trying to get out some minerals, some metals, some good object. So Ramananda Rai said that you have dig out, you have such a mine that you have dig out. So beautiful that all the devotees, they become very, very much appreciated. They become very, very enlivened, very, very happy to hear this composition of Rupa Goswami. So, and of course, as long as we are attracted to hearing about the garbage of this material world, the refuse of this material world, then we will not be attracted to hear about Krishna. Only those who are fortunate can really hear about Krishna and be attracted to it. Just like, for example, when we are giving initiation, we are asked to chant 16 rounds, when we are giving initiation. So we take this instruction that yes, I must chant my 16 rounds. And then we started chanting, and when we finish chanting, okay, I'm done for the day. I've chanted my rounds, I've fulfilled my obligations. But chanting Krishna's name is not dependent on rounds. It's actually making Krishna dance on your heart, making Krishna dance on your tongue when you are chanting his name. Because Krishna is only the only desirable object in this material world. Krishna is the only desirable object. Krishna is the only object of attraction. So when we chant his name, it becomes such a glorious thing to chant Krishna, because Krishna is full of nectar himself. So when we chant his name, his name is very, very, very nectarian. Rupa Goswami said, we don't know what is this, what nectar this name of Krishna has produced, whereby one desires to have millions and millions of mouths, millions and millions of ears. There's a verse in the Bhagavatam, which Lord Kapila Dev, he said that Satan Prashangam Namaviya Samvido Babantari Kana Rasana Kacha Rasana Kata Tajosana Apabhagavatmane Sadarati Bhakti Anukamisiti. That when devotees, when they get together, when devotees are together, what do? They hear about the Lord's name, the Lord's activities, his extraordinary activities. That's what devotees hear, and that's what they talk about. And by such hearing, he said, Bhavanti Rikana Rasana, that it becomes, what it produces is that the Rasayana, that the nectarian topic, which gives such a relishment, nectarian topic gives such a relishment, and then Tajosanam Apabhagavatma. And then this hearing is what gives the path to liberation from this material world. But far above liberation is Sadarati Bhakti-Anukramistiti, which means it produces faith by which one engages in the bhakti to Krishna. So this is what has been explained here, that Prithu Maharaj is praying to the Lord to have millions of years, so that I can hear the Lord's name, the Lord's glories from the mouth of pure devotees, from the mouth of great devotees. You know, like Prabhupada is also mentioning that just like you find so many Bhagavad Katha that goes on, especially if you live in a place like Vrindavan, you'll find so many Bhagavad Katha. Bhagavata Saptaha, they call it, very famous. It's like all the time, practically almost every week you will see some kind of Bhagavad Saptaha going on. But it so happened that the audience and the speaker, they are both polluted. They are not pure devotees. The speaker is reciting the Bhagavad stories because he wants to get paid. He wants money. Actually, there is a school whereby you are taught how to become Bhagavad. We call it Katarach, those who recite Bhagavad. And then you are taught how to sing nicely, how to recite some stories. That's just entertainment, how to entertain the audience. So, there is such kata going on, and then the audience, they will come from many places, they will come. So they will come, they sit down for a few hours to hear the kata, and the moment they finish hearing for maybe 2-3 hours, they immediately go and find out what to eat, what to drink, and all that stuff, And then they continue their materialistic affairs, their materialistic life. But Sukadeva Goswami was speaking Bhagavatam for 7 continuous days. For 7 continuous days. And those 7 continuous days, everybody forgot eating or drinking or sleeping. Everybody forgot themselves. Both the speaker and the hearer, everyone forget that they have to eat or they have to drink or they have to sleep. For 7 continuous days, Sukadeva Goswami was speaking Bhagavatam. Because that is the nature of Krishna's name, the nature of Krishna's glory, is that it makes you forget anything material. It makes you forget it. And then you become absorbed in the transcendental narrations of the Lord's names, His qualities. You become very absorbed in that. So, and of course, that takes a fortune. It takes a fortune to be attracted, to be wanting to hear about the Lord's names and activities. It takes a fortune. And that fortune, we have to pray for it. We have to pray for such fortune. So Prithu Maharaj is praying to the Lord to give him millions and millions of mouths. So we should do this. We should do the same. We should follow the footsteps of Prithu Maharaj. That, my dear Lord, please give me many mouths so that I can chant your name, and give me many ears so that I can hear your name, the glories of your name, the glories of your activities. Give me so many years. We should have such hankering. And then if we have such hankerings, then we'll be ready to get out of this samsara, this material. We'll be ready to get out. No more attraction to this material world. So anyway, this is a very wonderful verse, wonderful Prabhupada by Srila Prabhupada. And we should read this verse purport again and again, and we should try to emulate whatever has been written here. So thank you very much. Is there any question? What happened to everybody today?
Do you know anything about who was in their previous life? In
The
their previous life, do you know anything about that?
the Goswamis, their previous life, they were Manjaris in their previous life. When their previous life was never described, because they were eternal associates of the Lord. Rupa Goswami was Rupa Manjari, Sanata Goswami was Rati Manjari. So their previous life was never described.
Why they happen to go and serve the permanent king?
It's just a lila, it's a pastime.
But it discourages us.
Huh?
It discourages us.
Yeah, the fact that they had to serve, because that time the Bengal is being ruled by the Mohammedans.
Who cares? We have this country for Sanatan Dharma. No? Even today, the issue is this country belongs to who?
What belongs to?
This country belongs to Sanatan Dharma, or this country belongs to everybody who comes from everywhere.
Yeah.
That's a big issue.
Yeah, but see, what we have to learn is the fact that the Rupa Sanatana Goswami, even though they were serving under the Mohammedan rulers, and of course they were serving, but they were not engaged in the activities of, But the moment they see Mahaprabhu, they became attracted and they immediately give up everything and then to be with Mahaprabhu.
Just for the talking purpose.
Okay.
When Mahaprabhu came, they wanted to protect him. They wanted to take him away so that the king will not know who he is. Because otherwise the king will punish him or king will do something to him.
Yeah.
They wanted to kind of take him away from the king.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Yeah, that's again, as I said earlier, it's a lila. Because when Mahaprabhu was told that he should leave this place because the king is a big tyrant, he may come and do something to the Lord, Mahaprabhu said, no. Who is the king? Who is he? Who is he? I'm here and I can live when I want at my own desires. Who is the king? What can he do? So the devotee, out of their great love for the Lord, so they have this concern that, Chaitanya Prabhu is going to be maybe attacked by the king or something. This is just out of their love, because they know.
I fully agree with that sentiment. When it came to Chankasi, Mahaprabhu led that big party to his house and forced him to surrender.
Yeah.
So you can see there are two different things here. He forced him to surrender and he kind of begged for the mercy, kind of the Mahaprabhu then kind of let him go.
Yeah, exactly.
So that is how it should be.
Yeah, so again, it is lila, it's a pastimes. And just like Mother Yashoda, just like Nanda Maharaj said, sometimes they be very, very afraid that Krishna is being attacked by the demons and all that. So, it's the love of the devotees, It's devotees' love. And some, even the Chaitanya Prabhu, anxious to meet the Lord. He was anxious to meet the Lord. And when one devotee, who's a devotee of Mahaprabhu, but he told the king that, because when the king asked him that who is this sannyasi who has come here, and he has so many people are very attracted to him. Who is he? So this devotee wanted to deflect the king's attention away. He said, it's just a sannyasi who has simply come here. The king said, how can you describe him to be just a sannyasi? Even for me to hear this from you, I consider it a blasphemy. For me to hear this from you. How can you just say that he's just a sannyasi? So, anyway, a lot of concentration is there, and the fact that they are devotees in their protective mood towards the Lord because of their love. So they will have this defensive mentality. But the Lord is not, concerned with all those things. He's not concerned with it. Hare Krishna. But you are making good points. Yeah. So thank you very much for listening. Grant Rashman Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna. What happened to everybody today? What happened to everybody?
Maybe some of them had office.
Office?
Working. What can you do? सबसे बड़ा रुपया. First thing is money. Aja, you see the funny thing. The Jagai and Madai, poor fellows. Mahaprabhu called for Sudarshan Chakra. Right?
Yeah.
So you should have called for Sudarshan Chakra with that king also.
But in that incarnation, he did not take any weapon. His mission is not to kill.
I know, but I'm saying here.